Welcome back to day 2. Welcome back to the rigging. It's day... Oh my god, I can't English right off the bat. Welcome back to the stream today. It's day 2 of rigging the protagonist of Red Feathers, the short film that I've been working on. So anyway, let's just get right into it, right? Let me just... Okay, I'm live. Great. So today's agenda... Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Let me just make sure that the music is, yeah, okay, good. Today's agenda, we're gonna set the custom properties for, well, we're gonna set custom properties to toggle between the gloves and hands, and then on and off, we're gonna toggle on and off the shirt. So when the shirt is, when the toggle is on, basically, I'm gonna have to hide a portion of the body because, you know, just to prevent any funny clipping from happening, right? And then when it's turned off, the entire body will appear. Yo, Dave, do I know the way? I do know the way. One Piece. It's America screwed. What a crazy first message. But how are you doing today? But anyway, let's just get right into it, right? So the first things first. Toggle on and off. Let's work on the gloves, right? I think the gloves is a little bit more fun to work with. Let's start with this one, right? Actually, let's add in a separate toggle for the straps. Anna, first, Sheepo. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hey Sheepo, hey Anna, how are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. Toggle on and off hand or arm wraps. There it is. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down here to custom properties. Let me just make sure that it's visible on the stream. Okay, good. Alex, how's it going? It's going good. How about you? We're doing some rigging today. So yeah, let's create a new property down here, right? Let's call this toggle. No, let's not do toggle. Let's do gloves. And then we're gonna set type to integer and 0 to 1. That's good enough. Yep. Gloves. Not exactly sure how to make it appear on this specific bone. Alessander, long time no see. How are you doing today? Welcome back to the stream. You started school last week on Wednesday, and you think and you already have so much homework and a quiz on Thursday, bruh. What the hell? Yeah, that's not fun. That's bad, that's bad. Bad school, bad school. Well, best of luck with the assignments. You got this. Going well there as well. Pulled an all-nighter in an attempt to fix your sleep schedule. Okay. I've been there. I hope you fix your sleep schedule or your sleep. Yours is in 2 weeks. Coming back to your old school after like 4 years. Bitter taste. Oh no. Your old school. What do you study? Anna. I know that Sheepo studies. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comm science, right? Okay, sorry, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes. Where is... Yeah, I'm not sure how to make it so that the custom properties appear here. But okay, we'll just work with this for now. Okay, or do we have to go down? Oh, okay. Okay. I see what's going on. Okay, we're gonna have to select this bone, and under this bone properties, that is where we want to set the custom properties. Okay, I was just being silly. Being a poo-poo. Okay, there it is. There it is. That's what we want to see. Set that to gloves, and then turn from float to integer. Oh, software engineering. Okay, there we go. You're on your last year of high school. Oh my god, okay. Well, best of luck with that. Do I know the game Hightail? For some reason that rings a bell. Hightail. No. Wow, what the? It looks like Minecraft. This name seems familiar. Thanks for ending racism, I appreciate that. Looks familiar, but sorry, no, the name rings a bell, but I've never seen the game. I've never seen the gameplay before. Interesting. Looks good though, the game. Right now it's just repeating Calculus 1 that's giving you all this homework, but it's not like you haven't seen before. Oh no. Do we have to beat up your homework for you? So anyway, what we're gonna do here is to turn on and off the visibility, right? So let's just do that first. So if we were to right click onto that, you can see that there's a copy as new driver. We can just select that. Let me just make sure that it's visible. Okay, good. Because sometimes the menu doesn't appear on the window. What do you call it again? Basically, OBS sometimes wouldn't pick up the windows. But yeah, it seems like it's fine. We want to toggle on and off the visibility. So let's just do that. Paste driver is a really simple setup. So if we were to go to that, sorry, wrong bone, damn it. If we were to go here now, you can see that we can toggle between on and off. So yeah, we're just gonna have to do that for everything else. We can just go here, copy driver and paste driver, so that it appears, so that it applies for both the viewport and the renders. Deactivated Yummers, welcome back to the stream. Hightail, the same creator made a game. What game did they make this time? The game resembles Minecraft a lot. Not sure if that is an insult, but I mean that in a good way. Okay, paste driver. Actually, I wonder if you could do that by holding Alt. So let's do Alt and paste. Where's it at? Paste driver. Oh, there it is. Let's see if it works for... Nah, you gotta do it manually, damn it. Okay. Let's do that manually. No biggie. Paste. Alright, cool. Let's do the same for everything else. Is anyone here doing any 3D things today? Viewport, paste driver. Pretty repetitive process, but that's just the way it goes over here. You? Nice. Welcome to the stream, Ken Kudo. You finally caught a stream. Unfortunately, you gotta go to training for work, so you can only pop in for a bit. Hey, I appreciate you popping by regardless. On your busy day, appreciate it. You have a good training. Hope it all goes well. Paste. There it is. And then we're gonna want to do the same. We're gonna want to turn on and off the arm so that it doesn't clip whenever the gloves are turned on, right? Mecha, thanks for the hydrate. Thank you. Do I know Bed Wars? Yeah. But the same people made that? No way. Wait, Bed Wars as in the is it considered a mod? But the Minecraft Bed Wars, right? Damn. Thank you. Yeah, that's sick. Oh, okay. Damn it. I want it to be the other way around, so I'm gonna have to tweak the driver. So let's flip it around. Edit driver. I'm not sure how to flip that around. I'm gonna just, let's see. Is there okay, Blender, wait, script for inverting graph. Adam, Captain Adam, long time no see. Portfolio night tonight, nice. Burp, let's go. Do I still play games? Ooh, not as of late, no. I've been doing a lot of, well, I did at one, like, maybe a week or two ago. And I had like I caught up with a bunch of anime, right, that have been recommended to me, but other than that, I've been just watching a bunch of courses. Not a bunch of courses, just the one course, P2 Designs, The Art of Effective Rigging 2. Ajinka, you're very cool, thank you. Welcome to the stream. Denji, welcome to the stream. Also loving the progress, saw the notif in the server peak, thank you. That's nice to hear. Do I do -1? Is there, can I just write -1? But I want to flip it. I'm not trying to, oh, I could just do that. Damn it. I'll just bring this down first. And then bring that up. There it is, right? I'm not sure what the, yeah. I'm not sure what what to type, but I do know how to move things in a graph, so that's good enough for me. More time for furries, right? Horses, huh? Okay. Now here we are again with that. What the hell is going on? Okay, let me just select the belt and repeat. So let's do paste driver. Yep, okay. Yeah, that works. Yo, AJ, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Pierrick sent crazy in his rigging course, loved it. Oh, Pierrick is he's really good at what he does. He knows his shit for sure. Wait, he sent it to you? Is that what you're saying? He sent his rigging course to you, is that what you're saying? No way. Today you're using your phone, you deleted your OS on your PC by mistake, oh my god, and you can't find a fix. Bruh, that is unfortunate. Oh no. Yeah, it's scary stuff. I don't have the guts to mess around with the OS stuff. I've done, like, you know, just the very basic scan now function, right? Your brother is punching now? You don't know why? Oh my god. Oh, unfortunately, no. Okay. Yeah, but he knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. Hightail, you know the people made a popular server, made a game about Minecraft, but very different. Okay. So are you telling me, Dave, that the people who made Bed Wars in Minecraft are the same people, the same group of people that made Hytale? Because that's impressive. Oh, you meant like he smashed it. Okay. Yeah. Marshall, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Dave? Okay. Yeah, that's impressive. That is impressive for sure. You know what? I think I'm gonna throw the hand wraps to, like, along with the gloves properties, because yeah, you can, as you can see, kind of just ends here abruptly. So let's just paste that there, paste driver, and that's gone. Simple. Just like that, we can toggle between gloves and no gloves, and we're gonna have to create a separate set of bones for the gloves, but it should be pretty easy to do. Gingers, welcome to the stream. Let's go. Alright. Cool. That is done and dusted. Now we just have to do the same for the other side of the gloves. But before we do that, let's settle the arms first, right? So let me just turn on the other glove. Okay. So you can see when the gloves are turned on, you can see how the arm is clipping through the gloves. And a simple fix for that is to just mask away the portion of the hands that are clipping through the gloves. And I've already created a mask for that right here, gloves. That's it. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. So all we have to do is to just paste the driver here. Done. Simple, right? So let's look at the properties once again. Yeah, now we just gotta flip it back. So earlier we inverted the graph, right? So let me just edit the driver. Go to show in drivers editor. And oh no, what is that? Oh no, I gotta fix this. I'm gonna set that to linear. I'm gonna have to flip this. Alright, let me just copy that over there. Let me just delete to make sure that it's doing its thing. Let me just select the bone and boom. Perfect. Look at that. Perfect. So yeah, we can just copy that over here. Okay. Yo, Naki, can you take them in a fight? Take who in a fight? Who are you talking about? Them. Tired after a long day and messed up your back again. Oh my god. When will you ever learn? How about you? I'm doing good. And how did you hurt your back again? Oh my god. This guy. What did I do? Just a bit of calculus, right? It was just in the start of December. You need to be more careful. Yeah, how did you get it? How did you hurt your back again? Oh, the dude I'm modeling. Okay, I thought you meant like, I don't know why. I immediately assumed that you were talking about a group of fur balls, because it's you. But me against this guy, nah, no fucking shot. I am getting my ass whooped. Okay. Now let me just look at the driver here. Edit driver. It's probably, yeah, it's all wonky, so I don't like that. I am going to hit T, linear, and wait, I forgot about the screencast keys. Oh wait, it's already turned on. Alright. I'm looking at the right one, right? Let me just make sure I'm looking at it at the right thing. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna copy that to everything else once again, because I cannot bear the thought that, like, although we're only toggling between 0 and 1, it wouldn't matter what the curve looks like, but I just can't bear the thought of that just existing hidden in the graph editor, knowing that this abomination exists. So let me just let me just replace that, right? Your short blew up. Also, what did I eat today? Your short blew up. Congrats. Big congrats. What did I eat today? I ate some chicken breast. Did I drink a protein shake? No, I don't think I did that today. Chicken breast and coffee. That's really it. I do have to eat up, and some snacks. But yeah, I do gotta eat. What was I gonna do? Oh right. Paste driver. The same for this and that. Hide. Paste, hide. Furballs won't be fighting. They'll be cheering you on, Mecha. We have different Hightail. We have 2 Hightail as a Minecraft server, but made a game about Minecraft very different. Okay. Yeah, the game looks good. Well, just based on the Google images. Alright. Sweet. Now let's test the toggle once again. Where is it at? Tool. No. View. No. Item. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Now you can see that it toggles between the hand and the gloves. You're just gonna have to create another set of bones and just repeat the same step, right? Toggle on and off between the 2 different bones. And we just have to repeat the process here. Alright. So let me just copy this driver. That's why you buff as fuck. I wish. Working on it. Working towards becoming bigger. Okay, good. Good to know that it looks good in the graph editor. So paste, hide. You ate Wheat Bix this morning? What is a Wheat Bix? Ooh, interesting. Looks good. Thankfully thankfully that doesn't make me hungry. You've been collecting Blu-rays mainly for your Plex server, but to also just build your own digital collection. What is a Plex server? A software that organizes your personal media. Ooh. Streams to any device, acting as your own Netflix for personal files. What the heck? Bruh is big-brained. You have a name for your Plex server? Do I have an animation grid on my character, or did you use a quad remesher? Oh, animation grid. Are you talking about the retopology of the character? I manually retopologized this dude. I did document some of the process on the in the previous streams. You could just hop back in the previous VODs and check them out. I'm pretty sure I've named them accordingly, so yeah. Hey, Balloon, welcome to the stream. Balum Q. Bellum. Hello, hello, I'm super interested in by this live, but I definitely can't stay. Will there be a VOD of this live? There will be a VOD of this live, Bellum. There will be. So yeah, both on Twitch and on YouTube. So yeah. Is this Minecraft music? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Kind of funny that you mentioned Minecraft. Because I decided to play some Minecraft music instead of OSRS to switch things up a little, but don't worry, we'll hear it again later on. The playlist is bound to end. Paste driver, hide. It's a boring process, right? I know. But it's very satisfying once it's all done. Don't forget to save, of course. Hide, 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 and hide. Okay. There we go. Let's toggle between both gloves and hands. Let's see. It's gonna be very satisfying. Yeah, there we go. That's really satisfying, isn't it? How satisfying is that? It just works, right? And eventually we're gonna have to... I'm assuming that I'm not gonna be weight painting the hand wraps, and instead I'm gonna have it bind onto the arm using the surface deform modifier. But because I intend to toggle between both subdivision and no subdiv, right? The surface deform is bound to break, which means we're gonna have to eventually create a temporary a helper mesh, right? Like this, okay? Because right now, I have I do intend to have the brows bind it to the face instead of relying on weight painting. And you can see it looks good, right? Let me just, look at that. It moves perfectly fine. But if I were to toggle on and off the subdivision, you can see that it breaks. Which is why, instead of binding your mesh directly onto your main mesh, it's ideal to create a helper mesh, like a secondary mesh that will be hidden, right? Whoops. Wait, what? There it is. Yeah, keep it hidden, right? So that way you can toggle between no subdiv and subdiv, and still have your brows be properly binded. There it is. Okay. I am Steve. Will you play some Ghibli music? You know, that's not a bad idea. I'm not sure if YouTube is gonna copyright strike. No, not copyright strike, or copyright claim the songs, but that sounds like a plan. Ghibli music playlist. Pick step? Sure. That's a pretty good one. Pick step is a classic. Stereo mix. Okay, let's give it a listen. Where did you learn to do that? A lot of the information I learned from the Art of Effective Rigging 2 by P2 Design Academy, right? That's what. Yeah, P2 Design Academy. Pierre Picard. And well, okay, for the surface deform thingy, right? The one that I just showcased. This one, I just observed the storm rig. Let me just pull it up real quick. One second, it's loading. Storm, by the way, if you guys are unaware, it's the latest rig that Blender has released. It's basically a mix and mash of both shape keys rigging and cloud rig rigging. Cloud rig with for the body, and then shape keys for the face. And it turned out really good, but it's kind of bugged out. The face rigs are a little bugged out. You can see that it's scaled up way too high. But anyway, I did realize that they have this option to toggle between socks and no socks, right? Where is it at? Outfit, there it is. It's like, how were they able to do, how were they able to make it so that you can toggle between both high quality and low quality, or, you know, subdiv and no subdiv, right? How were they able to toggle between subdiv and no subdiv and still keep the socks in place? Wait, what the heck? Why is it not? Oh, right. You're gonna have to turn this on yourself. Wait, what? Why is it not working? Hello? Eh? That's weird. Let's see. Okay. Not sure why it's not working now, but I basically observed their collection, where, let me just make sure that I'm showing the right thing. Oh, okay, good. If you look down here, where's it at? I think it's under rigging. There it is, helpers. There you go. That right there is a proxy mesh that the socks are binded to, and it's hidden. You know, you won't ever see that, and that's what allows you to toggle between both subdiv and non-subdiv. So yeah, let me just close that. We doing voice tomorrow? No, not yet. No. Imagine. Chicken jockey. Naki, can you set the view front to orthographic view for like 5 seconds? Sure. This? Like this? That's your song 1.16 Minecraft. That's amazing. Yeah. Naruto Atos. You made the socks as a separate object? Dang. Oh, that was by Blender, by the way. I'm not that good. Yeah, as you can see, their rigs are really well, like, it's well organized, right? I'm hoping to get to that level someday, possibly. What are those? Minecraft live theme. Potential feet pics? Sorry to say, but this guy is footless. He has no feet. Sorry to break the news. We love Blender so much, like, we get so much as a free open source software. We really do. We really do. Like, I cannot believe that whatever I'm working with right now is completely free. It's pretty amazing. Okay, gloves are done. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Pretty damn amazing. Okay, let's go down here to the gloves. Let's see if there's like... Oh, there's a Boolean mode. No way. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my god, look at that, guys. That's crazy. That's nice. I'm sure there's a way to... Yeah, there it is, Python. There's a way to make it so that you can adjust the width of the buttons and change the icons, but I'm gonna leave it simple for now. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I'm not big brained enough. Check the forearms. You've got them rotated in an axis, which is humanly impossible. You have to move the elbow joint up a little so that the arm is straight. I see what you're saying. Fair enough. I'll fix that. Yeah, I'll fix that right now. No. Let me just observe this skeletal system. Skeleton. Man, Minecraft music is really it's really chill, isn't it? Yo, Solum, welcome to the stream. Excited for Doomsday? Ooh. Yeah, pretty hyped for it. Yeah. Naki gave the man same feet. How is he supposed to what? To go to the beach. Okay. That's a really good point, by the way. I didn't think of that. It is currently humanly impossible to do whatever he's doing now, or whatever he was doing earlier. Somewhere in the middle, but it's good enough. Nope, let me just toggle that off. Okay, yeah, don't worry about the weird skinning right now. It's far from perfect. We're eventually going to split this up into 4 bones. That way we have a nice twist, right? Like the nice radius going, radius bone going over the ulna, right? Really interested in what happens after Doomsday, but you feel like Marvel will feel less hyped like it was, you don't know, a decade ago. Yeah, the hype has definitely died down, especially ever since COVID happened, right? Back then, every theater release was huge, was big. But ever since we've gotten a lot of online streaming service stuff, you know, things have changed for sure. Things are a little different now. Alright, good. Okay, gloves are done. Now let's work with the shirt. Let's toggle on and off the shirt, right? Pretty simple. We've already done this before, so let me just copy as new driver, create a new property, call this okay, let's do a boolean and then call this shirt. It's pretty self-explanatory. And actually, yeah, I'll copy it from here instead. Yeah, copy as new driver and paste it on the visibility, and that's it. But I'm gonna have to apply a mask on the body as well so that the body doesn't clip through the shirt. Bone. There it is. Simple, right? But obviously we're gonna have to flip this because we want it so that when it's checked, you wanna have the shirt turned on. So let's just go to the shirt and go to edit drivers and flip that around. Wicked Witch. Alright, cool. Simple. The plan is Doomsday, and the year after is Secret Wars. Alright. No beach episode. Oh my god. Well, if we get 2 likes. Nah, no beach episode. A secret beach episode. Maybe? Only 11 more months, let's go! Let's just hope that the world doesn't end then. By any chance, are any monsters in your short? Like hollows from or curses? Oh, in Red Feathers? No, not in this story, no. It's a very human story. What is your favorite Minecraft version? Yours is 1.12. Ooh. Man, I'm not that particular about. I don't remember. I don't memorize like the version numbers, so it's hard to say. But let me see if I could like think of You know, I was gonna say pre-cave update, right? But honestly, the cave update was pretty awesome. So I don't know. I don't exactly want to say pre-cave, but those were like the days. You know what I mean? The pre-cave days were the days. But I do love the cave update. Please, Naki, I need this. Minecraft, my block's kind of homeless. Oh my god, Dave. Infinity War Endgame, was that pre-code? Yeah, Endgame, post-Endgame, that was when everything went downhill. I think Endgame was like right at the cusp of COVID. I think it was like right before COVID happened. The waiting's not that bad. You did a good job considering there's no helper bones. Thank you. Oh yeah, the helper bones are coming. I'm not looking forward to that, but it's coming. Set your block us up. Andy, welcome to the stream. Hello. Stylized Sandy. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Are you still Sandy? Did you change your name, Sandy? Or are you a new Sandy? Because we have a Sandy here. Hello. So the smart version of playing with your action figure, but as an adult, full-grown man. Fair enough. That's just how it is, right? Okay, what else do we have to do? We have the gloves, shirt, and then arm wraps. Oh wait, that is part of the gloves now. Okay, good. Good. We are done with the toggles. Let's just take a look at them once again. The toggles are done. Let's hide that. Yeah, now we have... Oh, wait, no, I'm lying. I am lying. So, as you can see, if I were to do... Okay, I'm having a hard time having them clip into one another. But it is good. It bodes me well that they don't clip through one another. It's I think that's a positive. But regardless, I'm still gonna have them turn on and off. I think right until the armpit area, just so that we don't, just so that we still see some skin underneath, this area. But I think anything beyond that is unnecessary. So let's just create a new mask. EJ Boy, welcome to the stream. Hello. I knew it, Sandy. Welcome back to the stream. Long time no see. English or Spanish? English. I think right about there is good. And let's create a new vertex group. Is it visible on stream? Let me just make sure. Okay, good. And let's hit assign. Oh, there it is. I was looking for this vertex weights thing. Okay, cool. I'm seeing some. There it is. Look at that. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Let's not worry about that now. Okay, let's name this as abdomen toggle. Okay. Let's just bring that up. Is there a way to? No. I'm just gonna have to spam click that. Can I drag it? No. Okay, cool. Now we can create a mask called abdomen. Or you know what? I think shirt toggle is better. Shirt toggle. It's a little clearer for, you know, just both me and the animator, aka also me. But let's just bring this up before the subdiv. And let's look for the toggle option. If anyone wants to watch a genuinely Netflix level short film or pilot, please do watch the pilot of Urtaz. It's 3D stop motion animated art style. It's really unique with World War I aesthetics and body horror. Ooh, that does sound interesting. Let me just put it up on the side. Urtaz. Ooh, okay. By Saint Griever. This, right? This right there. Oh, it's only 31 seconds. Oh wait, no, that's the... There's a pilot. There we go. Okay, cool. I will be sure to watch that. Alright, let's do the toggle, right? So we want to toggle on and off the okay, we want to make it so that when it's turned on, that the abdomen or the mask is activated. So great, it's we can just copy that as a new driver and just throw it on the mask. Shirt toggle, why is it not? Oh, I'm dumb. Shirt toggle, there it is. And flip it around. Wicked Witch. That might be a little too high, no? Is it gonna appear? Let's see. Gonna be, yeah, I think it's fine. It's fine. We can always alter the mask either way. It's no biggie. But okay, let's toggle on and off the mask. Oh, that's the end of the playlist. That was quick. Paste driver. Paste. Oh, do we have to flip it? No. Right? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Let me just copy that over and done. Okay, now let's play that. Body goals, right? Naki, can you get a job? Whoa. Don't throw the J word around here. What the heck? Where's the waist? Look at the obliques. I just need to add a corrective bone down here so that the hip bone don't deform. But I think, you know, it's not too bad for just relying on weight painting. It's not the worst. The whole pilot is voice acted, and genuinely the artist involved is very talented, but this whole thing was made by one guy. And can you believe the one guy in his bedroom? Well, there you go. Well, you can see I'm trying to pull off an ersatz. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, cool. sweet. Now I can toggle between the two. Love the weight painting. You've done so much. It's so inspirational. Thank you. We've got some work to do, but I appreciate that. There it is. Right. Yeah. Let's just get right into it. We can finally begin with number 2 on the agenda, which is to refine the skinning of the body. So let's turn that off and let's go. The first thing that I want to fix right off the bat is the lats, right? Weight painting. So let's just pose it real quick. There it is. Look at that. Look at how disgusting that looks. Okay, that's good. Now let me hide the hair. We don't need all that. Hair to revisit. Okay. Bring your bed to this room so we can claim Red Feathers was created by a guy in his bedroom too. True. That's why you followed me, because we are a bunch of guys in their bedroom trying their best to create something. Fair enough. Fair enough, right? Yeah, best of luck with whatever project we've got going on, Bad Tunes. We got this. He stares at you like he wants your soul. What if he did this? Wait. Now what if he did this? Oh my god, that is so inappropriate. If only I had the tweaker bone set up so I could make him instead of him frowning, kind of what is the opposite of a frown? Holy shit. You get what I'm saying though. You know. Okay, but thankfully we didn't do that. Anyway, okay, now what we're gonna do is that, right? Okay, let me hide those again. To revisit. The best projects are found in the bedroom. I hope so. Naki rigged in this room with a mouse and a computer. I mean, not wrong. Rigging. I've yet to have to rely on a pen. I think this is more of a mouse job. Okay. So I have the strength set up to 1, and I'm messing with the weight instead, so that I could, you know, repeatedly go over an area without stacking up the strength. This basically sets a cap of what the weight will be. I have it set to constant. So yeah, let's just clean things up, right? Let's do 0.8. Oh, let me just turn off the subdiv. That is not needed right now. And then weight paint. There we go. So yeah, it feels good to finally be able to rig, because the past few streams, right? I've only been doing sculpts because well, I didn't know how to rig to properly rig then. So yeah, a lot of the learning was done offline, off stream, and that felt kind of ass, because I really wanted to showcase what I've learned, right? And we're finally here. Okay. Isn't facial tracking and tracked animation much easier in Blender now? That I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure you're right. but that is something that I've yet to look into and explore. Naki built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Oh my god. I wish I could give myself that much credit, but do keep in mind that I am working with 4090. So pat my back, but not too hard, right? Okay, let's do... Damn, I am hungry right now. Okay, I think I want this to kind of go a little lower. Right about there. Okay, I think we can do a 0.8 for this row. Afraid of being rig-rolled? Oh my god. Marshall. Marshall, have you been drinking again? Are you on pain mats? Unrelated, but does anyone know where you can get Switch 2 games, or Switch games for cheap? You want to play more Nintendo exclusive games to really get use out of it, but they're so expensive. Ooh. There you go. Does anyone know? Anyone want to help Sheepo out? Do I have RAM? I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Not to brag, but I do have 64 gigs of RAM in this economy. Okay. Fuck Nintendo. Been years since you had a sober day. Oh my god. Let's do 0.7, no, 0.8, yeah. Alright, okay, let's smooth that out so that we can see what we're working with, and then... Okay. I think let's add... No, Huh. Real as hell, because you emulate, you're not gonna lie, but you can't take your computer with you. Oh, wait, wait. Oh, you emulate. Okay, I see what you're saying. As opposed to buying the original games, right? Did I get that right? Fair enough. Having 64 gigs of RAM is a real flex right now. It really is. It's sad. It is really sad that it is a flex today. I mean, 64 prior to the crazy price increase is already impressive. Let alone post apocalypse. Post epidemic. RAM epidemic. RAM is the new Bitcoin and Naki is cashing up. Maybe I am. Ooh. Okay, I do want this to be a little stiffer right there. So let's do that. Let's add a maybe 0.8. Yeah, that's about right. Ah. Yeah, but you know, I'm not going for perfection. At the end of the day, we're gonna work with corrective bones. So, yeah, let's not go too crazy with this. Let's remove some of that. It's a little much. How long will I take to get monetized by YouTube and earn money? So the current criterias, which you can Google to double check, right, is you need 4,000 hours of watch time. That is for long form videos. And then short form is another criteria that you might want to look up yourself. In the past 90 days or 365 days, I can't exactly recall. Let me just look it up. Earn. Yeah, sorry, yes, the last 365 days, you're gonna need 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, those two. Or 1,000 subs and 10 million shorts views the last 90 days. So long form is 365 and then 90 days for the shorts. That is to be eligible for ads to earn from ads, but then there is a lower tier that only requires you 500 subs and 3,000 long form watch hours to be able to turn on super chat and what is the other one? Members. There you go. Five minutes? What do you mean 5 minutes? Membership, yeah. We'll probably never get a 64 gig even in regular price. You had a 32 in your Mac G5 from 2004, insane times back then. Oh yeah, 32 back then must have been like insane. How many RAM are you guys running on right now? How much RAM or... Yeah, how much RAM does everyone have? We don't have to go that far down because it's humanly impossible. We just need to go down that much. Just about, yeah, that's just right about there. $32, $16, okay. 0. 4 gigs, okay. 32, nice. Cool. Trying to make animation channel, what is my suggestion? My suggestion, An animation channel. What is my suggestion? That's kind of hard to answer because I myself am figuring that out, and you know, it's not like I have the answers to them, but the typical stuff, right? Like create something that people would want to watch, and then figure that out. What do people want to see, right? And it's not that I know that people want to see red feathers, right? It kind of was the other way around. I built an audience from my challenge videos, and then I announced that I'm turning my channel into an animation channel. So if I were to do it from scratch, I'll probably do short, interesting animations. Instead of doing like a full-fledged short film, I will probably work on smaller scale projects that will go viral on the internet. Because, I mean, truth be told, that is what you have to... That is how you earn an audience, right? Nowadays. And then expand from that. So yeah, work on smaller scale projects that allows you to generate a greater output, and then build from that. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. So gay, the character? Thanks. You're planning like Jaden animation, but in 3D or something like that? Oh, Jaden animation, meaning like you tell stories? Well, if you do have interesting stories to share, then sure. But yeah, just be sure that you make things that you yourself would actually watch, and more importantly, things that people would actually watch. If we're talking like you're trying to make it out there, right? Quick mukbang, eat on stream. Oh my god, that would be so fire though. That would be fire. A mukbang stream. There we go. Tiny mukbang. I'm gonna have to start making slurp noises on stream. Get an ASMR mic. Do you guys love or hate eating noises? Me personally, I'm not too big a fan. Now, right? Hate it if you don't prepare for it? I think that is valid. You think random animation, either story or just create something small story? Stories. If you have an interesting story, then sure. But if you're trying to make like a safe bet, right? Like a safe bet would be to do fan animations, but obviously you're gonna eventually want to expand beyond that. If you're okay with, well, you have to be okay with failure, right? But if you're prepared for failures, then by all means do it, because that is a necessary evil. Like, failure is just bound to happen, and just don't be too discouraged by it. Just do your best, right? But I feel like if you have anything of value to offer to the world, and I don't mean like you have to discover the cure to illness. I mean like entertainment, something that will make that person's minute of watching your video on their phone or on YouTube worthwhile. Right? Have you ever seen like one of those videos that looks interesting on the surface, and then you click into it and you're like, I just wasted 5 minutes of my life, right? You don't want them to feel that way about your stuff. And yeah, think of how just think of how to avoid that based on your personal experience. Everyone here has probably done like a doom scroll or two, or you've probably binge watched something. I don't know. Yeah, just take that into account. Just try to think. Also think from the perspective of the audience. And then a lot of it is also like, a lot of it's also luck. You know, the typical, you know, the saying, right? Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. You just want to settle down the preparation part, right? Build like a... Have you ever stumbled across a channel that the video was so interesting that you just click into their channel and you start doom scrolling their past stuff, right? Yeah, that don't be too discouraged by the lack of reception on the first few videos, right? For my channel, in the past for Tiny Naki, one of my videos didn't blow up until one of my newer ones blew up, and then my older video blew up past the new video. You know, things like that happen. Hashtags, it's very helpful. Hashtags are honestly a thing of the past. The YouTube algorithm is pretty good at finding the right audience for you. You just have to be patient, right? And be consistent with what you post. Oof, that is looking rough, but honestly not the worst. Not the worst. Not the worst. Maybe perhaps I could move the pivot point so that it bends a little more naturally. Yeah, that's obviously not the way to go. It drives you literally insane. The lip smacking noises that. You have an example of how your friends and you tried out space muffins in school? Space muffins? What is a space muffin? Oh no, don't leave. Don't leave. You understand about not blowing up immediately? Yeah. You think fan animation is a good idea, but what type? You were planning like VTuber fan animation, but you don't? It is a good idea to target a community, right? Actually create something that represents the community well. At one point I did, a while ago, I had this channel called Disnock. It's one of my older alias, right? And this song, Fire Truck, right there, was a song that I made for Code Miko's community. I did this a while ago, and then yeah, this did really well. It blew up in her community, and till this day she uses this song as one of her redeems. You know, and you could do something like that. You could target communities. Another way to go about it is to create, you know, just fan animation of already successful animations, like, you know, anything from Marvel, anything from, you know, an anime, or, you know, yada yada yada. What a throwback, right? The 360p era, that's a classic. Like Mr. Beast said, your first 100 video is gonna be bad. I think that's valid. That is really, really valid. Like prior to Tiny Naki, I think I've had about 6, 7 aliases, and I'm not even trying to meme, not even trying to do a 6-7, but I had about 6 or 7 aliases. Yeah, I think the helper bone is gonna help that out a lot. So I don't think I have to worry too much about that. I just want to make sure that the abdomen, they stretch properly. I think the helper bone should settle that thing. It could push that out. But what if I move that out there? Yeah, so that's that, you know. Let's see, what if I move that there? Uh, 75k total views on your channel right now. That's amazing. That is a really good start. So yeah, keep it up, you know. I don't know what you did, but you're doing something right, it seems. I'm kind of conflicted. I think I'm gonna have to make do with this for now and trust that the helper bone is gonna settle that. 103 subs, nice. Yeah, that's a respectable, a very respectable start. Yeah, just keep it up, you know. Just keep doing what you've been doing. Alright, what's next? What is next? The shoulders. Alright, let's do a neck bend test. Wait, one sec. Helper. Oh, it's not rigged. Okay. Can I copy over the vertex data? I'm pretty sure I can. Let's do a data transfer and copy it from this body. Let's see if this works. Vertex data, vertex group, and then generate data layers. Let's see if that works. Nope. Unfortunately not. What if we do... No. You are practicing sculpting and also planning on animation on YouTube. How do you balance it? How do you balance between practicing sculpting and planning an animation YouTube channel? That is really up to you, right? Because everyone has like a different level of ability to juggle between multiple tasks. I've definitely gotten a lot better at juggling multiple tasks, but still I'm still working on it. That's really up to you, to be honest. How much time you want to dedicate to creating an animation channel versus sculpt practice really depends on the goal that you have set. Do you want to become do you want an animation channel to succeed first, or do you want to become a great sculptor first, right? Or do you not mind them growing at the same pace, but it's going to be way slower than if you were to funnel your time into one task, right? Then yeah, just do the math yourself and see what works. Can I copy? Oh, hell yeah. Is there a... Nope. Oh, man. Okay. That's unfortunate. But what I'll do is... Where's the head bone? Okay, that's the head, right? Okay. So all I need is the head bone. So give me the DEF head. Oh, there it is. Wait, is that the one? Did I not name this DEF? I did. Okay, DEF head. You know what? We could just search for it. What am I doing? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna lock it and then delete everything else. By the way, I'm working with the helper bone. Delete all unlocked groups. All I want to do is to assign the weights to this. There it is, so that it moves. Wait, why is it not? Oh, okay. I just gotta add an armature modifier. Armature to this. Alright, cool. Perfect. And we can hide that now. So now our brows are going to follow the head. Sweet. That was that emote. Tiny, do you think making all your character first, then rigging, or one character at a time would help your pipeline much faster? Ooh. I think in an ideal world, there would be a way to reuse the rigs, but for my case, since my characters are all fairly different, proportioned fairly differently, right? I do intend to create one character at a time, and then along the way, if I find a way to share certain meshes, I'll do that. But I don't have an answer for you at the moment because I've yet to try them out. But yeah, that's my intent. I intend to create one character at a time, and then gradually improve from that, right? Because if I were to create 6 rigs at a time, I feel that by the end, like by this 5th or 6th rig, I'll start becoming sloppy because it's a task that's becoming repetitive. But also, it could come with a plus. I could become so comfortable with rigging to a point where I become extremely fast by the end. So I don't know. I feel like both has their pros and cons. And at this point, I can only guess, right? Yeah, the body's not going to turn this way, by the way. Only that. This is going to... I could probably lock this down into to only rotate in the x-axis. Yeah, but let's not do that yet. Okay. And all of this could be Oilers. Hydrate, thank you. You wish I had a team to help me out with this? Fair enough. Welcome to the stream, Odyssey. Yeah, that would be nice. What does it say, Daddy? You're going to have to ask Stress for that one. Trying to juggle both animation and then sculpting, then trying to create your own character and rig it. Yeah. It's really up to you. For me, I've had the time to focus on sculpting. At one period of my Tiny Naki career, I've had a phase where all I did was sculpting / modeling, so that gave me enough time to be good enough for me to create my own rigged character, right? Obviously, sculpting is something that I still have a lot to work on, a lot. But yeah, I feel like I can start toning down the sculpting. I could maybe just dedicate like an hour a day for a short practice, maybe even less than that. Whereas back then, 30 minutes wouldn't be enough time to learn something. So it really depends on your skill level, your current skill level, your priorities, right? What do you want to get right first? Or get good at first? Okay. Thanks for answering. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for advice. You're the right person since you know both sculpting and animation. Yeah, no worries. Animation, I'm kind of working my way up there. I don't know if I'm confident enough to say that I know how to animate, right? But I have done animation before, but definitely not to this level. So it's gonna be fun. You wonder if AI was implemented in Blender that allowed you to animate it only using AI. Would I be okay with that option or use it? I'm pretty sure there's an AI animation thingy that already exists on a different software. I just can't exactly recall which is it, but probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't have any interest in utilizing AI in my pipeline, my workflow. But I see what you're saying, though. I see what you're saying, but for me, no. Cascade. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the one where you could create a pose, like two different poses, pose A and pose B, and then the AI would figure out the in-betweens. I mean, it is cool. Don't get me wrong. It is like it's magic, right? But I find it really hard to accept AI for what it is right now. It's just just me personally, right? I feel that people's I think that the current viewpoint that consumers have with AI is for some reason very cynical against artists, if that makes sense. Like, I feel that they were more critical against Unreal Engine than they are with AI. I feel like the same people that complain about the Unreal Engine slops are the same group of people that enjoys AI slops, But that is just a me take. Your PC can't run that. I see. I think Cascader, you don't know the spelling. Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. Your plan in 2026 is to focus a bit on animation. Since 2025, you practiced sculpting. There you go. As long as you know, as long as you have a goal, that's good. Yeah, just work towards something that you want to get good at. Ideally, one at a time. Obviously, you could still delegate some time to to not be too rusty at sculpting, right? You don't want to completely leave sculpting out. Maybe like once a week, or maybe 3 times a week, 3 hours per week. It's better than completely not sculpting at all. Yeah, that's a no-go. Cascadeur is good for the base or quick animation, but not good for the final shots. Okay, I see. Yeah, I have no idea at all as to how they do, but from what I've seen, right, from how they presented it, it looked very, it looked like magic. I cannot lie, right? But I don't know how much of it is kind of sugar coated. But from what I've seen, it looks really good. You have to sleep now. Have a great stream, Tiny. Or you're gonna catch the rest of the stream on the VODs. Thank you, Sandy. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for staying. Yeah, you have a good sleep. Good sleep. Let's do a 0.5 down here. These dudes are trying to normalize the AI slop. Yeah. Like, they are way less critical of AI slop than they are with Unreal Engine slop. Unreal slop all looks the same, not to mention you can run like crap, and most people don't do anything new with it. I wish people had the same critical, or the same level of criticism against AI. You know what I mean? Like, at least have it on the same plane. Have it on the same level, you know? But, well, I mean... you cover your PC cam because people be watching. You promise you're not a skid, so... I mean, feel free to do whatever you want to do, you know? You might be onto something. AI is kind of new, and it turns nothing or still images into animation, or turns it into live action or animation. So it's cool for now. Yeah, for now is a good way to put it. You don't use, you don't the use? What is the you don't? You don't what the use of Unreal Engine in every game. It sucks when everything is the same. Oh, okay. You don't like the use. Okay. You don't like the use of Unreal Engine in every game. It sucks when everything's the same. I think it's fair, right? I think creating tools that makes things accessible for everyone to use. I think it comes, as much as it comes with a great benefit, it comes with a flaw as well, and that is that people will, instead of pushing the software to its limits to create the best thing you can create, I think a lot of just people in general would much rather create something as pretty as possible with as little effort as possible. That is like the very... I don't know if non-artist is the way to go about saying this. More business mindset, right? It's like you're just trying to be... You're just optimizing... You're not optimizing the video games. You're optimizing your time and money ratio. And I think Unreal Engine 5 did help with that for sure. Very evidently very evidently shown in the file sizes. And I feel that people complain about that more so than they do with AI, right? And simply put, it's because it's more intrusive with their daily lives, and that is gaming. They care about it more probably because they game, and AI, as of now, it's like they're not artists, so it doesn't affect them. So I guess they have less. It resonates a little less with them. Oh well. Okay. AI is for brainless tards. Unreal been around since 2017, 2020, and AI just started popping off around 2023, and it's gaining popularity. I think especially the release of since the release of Unreal 5, that is when people started being loud about the Unreal slop. Like the insane file sizes and whatnot. Yeah, I wish people would be a little more critical of AI as they were with Unreal. .7. What is that? Oh, there it is. Let me hide the bones. Despite juggling both animation and sculpting, you were learning web development as well. Ah, wow. Yeah, good for you. It's good to pick up all these skills. It'll definitely benefit you along the way in ways that you wouldn't have think about. AI ain't cool for now or the future. That shit used millions of gallons of water just to cool it down, and it is the cause of how expensive RAM and other things are going to become. Right. Yeah, man, not pretty. The market for all of the for it's not a good time for gamers or artist who relies on the big boys. Not to defend them, but most people don't have the documentation. Help by Epic and money to push a software like Unreal to the max. Not to defend them, but most people. Not to defend them. By them, I'm gonna assume that you mean the AI users. Or are you talking about consumers? I'm not too sure what you mean by them. What is my favorite taco ever? Ooh, I've never had a lot of tacos, so I'm just gonna go with the default, like the ground beef tacos. Let's do that. No. Oh no, not them, the devs. Okay. So not to defend the devs, but most people don't have the documentation. Help by Epic and money to push a software like Unreal to the max. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're talking about like they don't have the means to push out an optimized game. Okay. Well, I'm not like well versed enough in game development to know whether or not that is true, but I'll just take your word for it. Like, I'd be surprised if there isn't like an Unreal Engine manual, kind of like we have, like we do with Blender, right? We have a Blender manual that we could always resort to as a last resort, or for many of us, it's the last resort, because words. Because why spend more when the base settings look good? Yeah, that's true. Optimizing is money, because time is money, right? So I guess you could see it that way. What is that one game that did really well that Kai Cenat and Speed did a collab on? The one where you would jump all the way to the top. That was with Unreal Engine, right? I forgot the name of it. The one where you jump on a bunch of random objects that were clearly assets, but clearly it didn't matter because the dev did their job. That is to let the players have fun. I think that's all that really. Only Up, yeah, that's the one. It's fun to learn. Good for you, EJ boy. Kind of hard what to focus on sometimes, either 3D or web dev. I see. Yeah. I mean, you could do both. I feel like if you have enough interest in both of them, you would have enough fuel and curiosity to go and explore, right? Okay, I think is that good enough? Hydrate, thank you. I do have to hydrate. Do I want to bring that back? Nah, in the middle is fine. I'll just work with some corrective bones. So let's smooth that out, right? That is not looking good. Hydrate. Do I think Gen AI will kill the internet? What is my take? Ooh. Kill the internet. As in, like, feed into the dead internet theory? Kill the internet. What is my take on that? I don't think I've thought of it this far in regards of what it will do to the internet. But based on where it's going right now, I don't know, I feel like, okay, you know how a lot of users on Twitter, right? They tend to justify the use of the current state of Grok, right? And that is that you could have always, like, photoshopping, or rather, yeah, replacing people from clothed into bikini has always been accessible in the past, and it's only just more accessible now, right? I think using that argument is, it feels a bit of a reach for me, right? I don't know if I'm kind of like straying away from the point, your question, but I don't know, little things like that. It doesn't give me a lot of hope, but I just hope for more regulation. I don't know, I feel like AI is moving at such a pace where the world it's finding a hard time to regulate, and I wouldn't be surprised if, can maybe not like to the point of singularity, but like it's definitely gonna get to a point where possibly like a catastrophe will happen that will then, like a catastrophe may happen to a point where people will finally come to a common consensus and possibly finally regulate AI. I don't know. I've never really put much thought into how it's going to turn out in the future, but all I know is that I'm not too optimistic with AI. That's for sure. So I don't know if that answers your question. That is a little bit around the bushy. But about killing the internet, I don't think I've thought of it that far just yet. But I feel that people are a little too lax with AI. I mean, yeah, let's just focus on generative AI and the laws until, you know, it is used against you, right? And again, to bring up the whole like, oh, we've had Photoshop. It has always been possible to create fake nudes of people, but I think people are underestimating what removing these hurdles can. They're kind of underestimating the hurdles between. Between the user and creating an inappropriate picture. There's a huge difference between having to learn how to use Photoshop to create inappropriate pictures versus being able to just type it down. I think people are greatly underestimating what that can do for us. Or us as people, right? I hope that answers your question. I don't know. Won't be buying any AI games unless, you know, they're good, but probably then not really. Yeah, you know, people. I've heard people coming up with very optimistic theories, and that is that, oh, now that AI is here, things are going to get cheaper, right? That is that is way too optimistic. Like, okay, sure, if you can create like a god tier game with AI that only sells for $5, that is a little bit more convincing than. That may be a little bit more convincing, right? But we all know that the reality is that's not going to happen. That's not how things are going to pan out. People are just gonna, prices are not gonna drop. That's all I have to say. Why is the rig so basic? You weight paint and then add controllers and mechanisms, or what? Yes. So. Right now I'm working with deformation bones, right? I'll just pull up like a good rig, something that isn't done by me. That, right? So what you're looking at right now are like the final rig that animators mess with, but underneath all of that is a bunch of different rigs stacked upon one another. So what I'm working with right now is the rig at its bare bones level, the deformation rig. And then we're gonna later on duplicate the rig and then constrain them into the original rig or organization rig, which you will then constrain them to a bunch of mechanism bones, which will then be parented to like an FK bone. Yada yada yada, right? And then once you have all of them hidden, you're gonna end up with something this clean but dysfunctional. This functional, not dysfunctional. So what I'm working with right now is just this, the def bones, the deformation bones. If I can't even hide the right things, oh my god. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. So it's really bare bones right now. We're gonna eventually subdivide the bones, add different mechanism bones and whatnot. A whole river is used to run an AI data center, which is 2 or 3 rivers. Damn. For now, they might use less, and we don't have like 7 freaking oceans. Don't we have like 7 freaking oceans on this planet? That's 70% ocean or something. I think Odyssey is. You're definitely very optimistic about AI, which I think it is valid to. If AI could somehow magically only consume way less than they are right now, and somehow magically the world decides to collectively regulate AI, I think it's totally fair to think about it that way. But I also think it's fair. What I think Maestro's concern is also very valid, and that is that it's happening now. So it's like a now problem that needs to be addressed. So yeah, depends on how you want to go about it. You think the fear is that majority of everything on the internet would be AI slop with just bots reacting to it? Oh, yeah. So it's very much the dead internet theory, huh? Yeah, that would not be surprising at all. All that matters, right, is whether or not the owners of these platforms would end up making money. So all we can do is to just hope that investors would hate the idea of that. We can just hope that advertisers would hate the idea of that, and yeah, and then maybe then they will regulate it. But just know that if the people paying these platforms are okay with whatever is going on right now, and that is that the numbers are all going up, this problem will only exacerbate along the years. Okay. Let me just collect my thoughts on this real quick. Right, we're refining the skinning. Okay. Skinning the neck. Oh, the shoulders. Okay. I'm not sure how much the shoulders should take control. I think, yeah, it has to spread further down, right? Okay. Let's do that. Let's select the bones and then the mesh and weight paint, and let's spread this out a little. Spread the love. Are they also not taking into account how poisonous and cancerous it can be to those who live near data centers? Yeah. It's a very current problem, right? I think it's one thing to look at things, to be optimistic about things in the future, but I think it's also fair to be considerate of. Clearly, you're not affected by AI, thankfully so, right? But yeah, we have to consider the people that are directly affected by it as well. That is very true. Let me just look at Kibeli. Oh, holy crap. That caught me off guard. Oh my god. Albert One Stone, thank you so much for the Prime. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Thank you. You would allow regulations and whatnot, fair enough, yeah. A full spread unregulated AI can be a problem. Oh, for sure. And it is already a problem. And that is that a apparently so. CP is already being produced on Grok, and the owner is very clearly I could be a little bit outdated on this, right? But the owner doesn't seem to give two shits about it. And that is very disheartening, right? I don't know, I feel like to not immediately take action against the production of CP on your platform, you have to be like so desensitized from humanity to be able to pull that off. Like, you have to be living in a bubble where these consequences are not affecting you to not take action against that, right? It's crazy, isn't it crazy? Oh well. We'll see. Maybe, hopefully they'll regulate things soon. Maybe they're cooking something up that we don't know of. It is a problem that has to be addressed. The whole CP and the whole lack of the option to turn off the AI edits on Twitter. Like, at least regulate the AI or the AI edit, right? Just regulate it. It's they've done more difficult things before. Come on. Chop chop. Even though you mostly screw around with... Yo, Albert, sorry, let me just read your message real quick. Did I finish the PRX rigging course? You bought it too and can't wait to start when you have the time for it. Yo, Albert, once again, thank you so much for the Prime. And no, I'm not done with the course. In fact, I'm only... Well... maybe more than midway through Chapter 7, but I'm constantly going back to the older portion of the chapters just to refamiliarize myself with some of the things that he has taught. So no, and on paper, it says that I'm only 46% complete, but obviously I won't have to watch Chapter 8 and some of the chapters in between. I think I'm gonna skip Chapter 6, right? I've completed Chapter 5, I've completed some of Chapter 4, Chapter 3, and yeah, that's done. Chapter 2 done. Yeah, so I'm about, I would say, more than 50% done for what I need, right? For my needs. But yeah, I'm still constantly revisiting the course to relearn things. It's so much info. Okay, let me just read. Okay, even though you mostly screw around with AI to make music with and whatnot, you don't hear anymore. And whatnot, you don't hear anymore in this day and age. Okay, fair enough. I feel like those people would have a different tune if their lives were directly affected. Exactly. It's a very not my problem thing, and it seems it's a very normalized. People tend to normalize that. I don't know why, but okay. I don't know. I think eventually, yeah, eventually things will level out. I'm hoping. I'm being a little bit optimistic, and that is that eventually, well, hopefully we don't get to a point where there's irreversible damage, right? But I hope, yeah, I just hope that AI would be regulated a lot sooner. I think rather than take certain actions to regulate AI and then take back some of the things that have been how do I phrase this? Like, let's just say they were to implement something and it's a little too harsh. I'd rather they implement something too harsh and then take it back than to not do anything about it at all, right? If it's not affecting you now, it's gonna affect you later. Yeah, it definitely is. And yeah, I think for some people it's like this effect is probably not gonna happen in my lifetime, so they're a bit more relaxed about it. But I don't know, man. You hope AI is a bubble that is about to pop and everyone hates it because of the damage and stops using it. Yeah, I think all of us were constantly on the edge of our seats, hoping that the bubble would pop, right? Yeah, I'm definitely one of them. Like, listen, my quality of life will not be directly affected by AI. Yeah, that I know for sure. Yeah, that's it. I'll keep it as that for now. You believe Elon is the PDF. It's not affecting you, so you're correct there, yeah. Yeah, not regulating AI CP is pretty dumb, we can agree, yeah. Amazingly stupid, yeah. Fair enough, right? I think at least we can like see on the same level in that sense. It's ridiculous. I don't know why they're not doing anything about it. At least to my knowledge, maybe they've already implemented something that I'm not aware of yet. But it seems like it isn't a case. But they gotta regulate all of that, the creepy stuff, you know, like the argument that it's already been possible. I feel like it's really weak, right? Take a camera for instance. A camera can be used to take beautiful memories. You could, you know, take beautiful pictures, illustrations. Not illustrations. Beautiful pictures for the, you know, the billboards and whatnot. But there's also like the dark side of it, and that is to, like, you know, to place hidden cameras in toilets to take upskirt pictures secretly of women, right? But those are regulated. You see, it is illegal to do that, but it isn't illegal to produce CP with Grok. Really? I don't believe that they're not working on something just yet, because it's ridiculous. Come on. Let's be real, right? So yeah. Same thing with a kitchen knife. You could cut a fish, make a, you know, delicious dish, or you could stab somebody in the abdomen, but that is illegal. You can't say like, oh, murder is already a thing. Like, stop it. And, you know, just because something is legal doesn't make it right, you know? Like, these laws are implemented because of people like that, you know? You can believe that as soon, like, if somehow the world were to come to a common consensus that 18 is no longer the legal age, but 16, you know that a group of people will flock to those, will immediately go to, you know, you get what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to be as vague as I possibly can without making anyone feel too uncomfortable. But laws were made for people like that. Let's see. Also, you don't know how people make news of people using Photoshop. You don't know how Photoshop works, right? That hurdle right there. It's kind of like a soft, it's like a soft regulation. Something that takes skill, right? Almost everyone in American government and other parts of the world. Not entirely wrong. And I see what you mean. Heavily restrict AI, and then once things settle down, take back the heavy restriction. You see what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I think that's one way to go about it, right? I think I don't know. For some reason, the heads of the people running countries are a little less afraid than. It's kind of concerning how unafraid they are of AI, but yeah. Okay. I never saw you that angry before. Yeah, those creeps will do it, right? Hey Harris, welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. We're doing some weight painting today. The experts say that the AI bubble is going to pop, but the government keeps investing. Big company like Disney keeps investing in it. Yeah. It'll pop, but not right now. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of wild. The amount of money going into AI is pretty. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. I think there are very good use cases of it, but I think it's safe to say that people who are comfortable with implementing AI into their business. I mean, it's very evident, right? Numbers go up equals good. Does not affect me, good. Which is why I really wish the people up there would regulate it a little bit better, right? Because until they do something about it, it's gonna be a game of, oh, it's not my problem. It's not illegal to use A and B. Oh, it's harmful? I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going off a tangent right now. PC specs. I'm using a 4090 and an i9 14900. Yeah, you could do exclamation mark specs. I believe that'll do. Oh, Marshall's going? Where's Marshall? Got to go a bit early today. Take care, everyone. Bye, Marshall. Thanks for watching this stream, as per usual. You heavily agree that laws regarding what AI should and shouldn't be used for should be enacted? Yeah. But like you mentioned earlier, this tech is still new and people are taking advantage of that. Yeah. I think it's a very normal thing, right? Oh, it's a new toy. Let's see what good we can get out of this. And I genuinely believe that a lot of the people using AI don't use it with the intent of like destroying the world. I feel like it's a toy or a new tool that could help benefit or improve our workflow. And I think it's fair in the sense that we all should be open to new tools, but we should also be wary of the harm that it could potentially bring. I think it's fair. It's only fair to consider both. But I think at this rate, the government, like the people running the countries of the world, right? I think they have to be a little bit more responsible, I guess, so that the working people can think less about the consequences. Like, let us just do our thing, right? Fair enough. I think that's fair, but there's only... Yeah, I mean, that is, I'm talking strictly about the tools, right? And then we have the dark side of AI, and that is Grok. Yeah, I feel like I need to read more into this. I'm very much not the most. I'm not the most up to speed with the whole AI shenanigans, because I mean, I've been focused on creating art, so I think it wouldn't hurt to read up into AI to see the harm that it's been doing and whatnot. But man, there's so little time in a day, and the rigging course is a pretty lengthy one. Anyone else feel like everything is about to go to shit at any moment? AI, World War III, global warming? I hope not. I sure hope not. I want to remain optimistic, but it is like, it has been presented to us, right? It is a tangible thing that a lot of harm out of AI is happening. It's not like this make-believe thing. It has been presented in stats, you know? And I think CP is a loud enough stat to regulate Grok. The whole water usage is a good enough statistic to find a better solution, but yeah, maybe they're working on something already. I don't know, man. I'm just being very optimistic right now. I just want the best for, you know. Like, can we just go back to arguing that Gen AI has no soul? Those are the simpler days. Let's make fun of the piss filter, shall we? But yeah, oh well. Me too, a little bit. Gen AI had no, so yeah, yeah. It is true that Gen AI has gotten way more impressive, and I do find the memes hilarious, right? I think that is like the memes are some of the positives, but at the cost of what though? Yo, bot, welcome to the stream. We recently got into AI at around 2022. I see. Farming 2. Ironically, you like using AI and don't know how much about AI and what it does. Ironically, you could get AI to summarize AI stuff to you. Oh my god. True. The Charlie Kirk and Dittler memes. Those are some of the wild ones. AI kind of sucks, but art. Feel like you made something. You made like a baby or something. I think it's yeah. I wish I had better analogies that I could just whip out of my ass right now. But you know, the best analogy I can think of, right, is like the difference being good at a game versus using an aimbot. But I feel like that isn't a strong enough analogy. Do. Let's see what this looks like. The future kids will decide if they like AI or not. You like AI, you really do, but at what cost? It's using personal pictures of you and your kids. If you have any to generate such disgraceful slop is not cool. I think if like I think all of this could be regulated. I'm sure there are good ways to use AI, and that is obviously, once all of the usage problems go away. I think people are grossly underestimating the harm that it's doing to the environment. Like the whole like what is a good example of that? Like, I guess like mass production, anything that has to do with mass production. So like from the shirt that we're wearing to this microphone or whatever we have on our desks right now. That seems to always be like the common argument. But yeah, maybe we need more journalists to go out there and publish the harm that AI is doing, which I have to read into. It's been a minute since I read into any of the AI, the harm that AI has been doing, and I need to select the bone. Kind of out of touch with it now, I must say. You like the analogy that it's like cooking your own meal versus buying fast food, right? And that is like, even that is being gracious. Sora is amazing at making videos and animation. Now that's cool, and it's barely a year old. It is scarily good. I'll give you that, and that is that they do produce really, really good results now. But do I wanna raise this topic now? The whole using artwork without permission, and then we're gonna go through the whole like, oh, but don't you use references and whatnot? But yeah, all in all, I can agree with you. And that is that they do produce they do produce good results. That is really scary to a lot of artists. But again, could personally care less for the existence. Obviously, if I had to die on a hill, it'll be on the hill where all the artists are dead on, or will die on, Referencing yourself, pretty neat. What did I say? Awesome how some people can make 30-second skits of like fairly good animation in less than a few seconds. Yeah, it's scarily good. Like, objectively speaking, it does produce really good results, but I feel like it comes at too great of a cost of, I guess, quote-unquote, my people, aka artists. Which I mean, it's safe to assume that, there's not a lot of, not a lot of the problems of the consumers, but I just wish that there was a more amicable ground. But oh well. It is what it is. Sims loading screen or built by music? Wait, I kind of... It does have that vibe, but this is Ludibrium Fairy Tale, but it's from Maple Story. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Dude, you know what? Let me play my Sims playlist. I do have like a few songs Oh no, not logged into the right account. Wait. I wonder if I can switch accounts without going offline. Should be fine, right? Am I still streaming? I hope so. Let me just double check. Okay, good. I'm still live. Great. Okay, let me just look at my playlist real quick. No, not my videos. I have a playlist of some of the Sims songs, specifically from Sims 2, because that is nostalgic to me. That was Tarzan. Oh my god, we're gonna have to play that. You know what? It's been a while since I've played this playlist. Let me just play this. Okay, here it is. Oh my god. You never played it? Oh my god. Yours was... Damn, okay. I feel old as fuck now. But funnily enough, I'm watching you to see how one man can animate, since you've always wanted to animate but too lazy. Fair enough. I mean, I still appreciate you watching me regardless. Yeah, it does suck. It does suck that it is at a cost of a lot of artists, which isn't the problem of you know, consumers. But I think it'll be I'd be lying to say if I didn't care that my rice bowl is being jeopardized. I think it's a... Yeah. Well, not just my rice bowl, right? Because, I mean, I'm not directly affected by it. But, like I said, the rice bowl of, quote-unquote, my people. You miss Tung 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 Sahur. Those were the simpler days, wasn't it? Maybe AI will lead to a renaissance of traditional art. I feel like that sort of... I think 2D art, right, specifically resurfaced. I do remember, I mean, I didn't live the day to tell the tale, but it has been shared by a lot of the senior artists in the industry, that on how, like, they had to pick up... A lot of the 2D artists had to pick up on 3D because 3D was the new toy. And then, yeah, they all had to learn 3D because 2D was, like, no longer cool. But look at where we're at now. 2D art is... It's resurfaced and, you know, arguably in higher demand than 3D. Renaissance, you're thinking of the old days, fair. I mean, that is... It's fair. We had The Sims 1. Oh, okay, just not 2. Okay. Yeah, Sims 2 was my first game, and this song is extremely nostalgic to me. Okay, wait, let me just go back to the rest pose. I wanna play around with the rig for a bit. I don't think I've done a lot, but I'm very happy with the progress. I hope to be a lot faster though. But anyway, look at this, guys. Just a reminder of what we have done, and for anyone, you know, who are just tuning in, right? Take a look at what we have got right now. Okay. So now, not only are most of the objects very roughly skinned, right? Very poorly skinned, but we also have the option now to toggle between gloves and no gloves. We have the option to toggle between shirt and shirtless. You know, if you're wondering why it's clipping, don't worry about it. It'll go away. There it is. Shirt. There we go. Ta-da. Very, very happy. It is a very simple setup, but I've been been wanting to see this through and finally get to see it happen. So there's that. Looks so good. Thank you. Naki8, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Naki, generate a video of Kurodillo Bombadillo doing a 360 no-scope in 2010 Call of Duty Let's Play footage. Oh my god. He could possibly do that. That is definitely a thing generative AI can do right now. You regret going to Reddit. I wonder what's on Reddit now. It's been a minute since I've gone to Reddit. Okay, and then let's look at some of the poses that we can do now. So these are obviously without any of the corrective bones, which is why it's bending in such a weird way. I still have to fix the stretch of the lats, but maybe I should just showcase a quick example of what a corrective bone would look like, right? So just a quick example. For instance, this is the rest pose, and we were to go down there. But we want to maintain that right there. We want that to be pushed out, right? You could create a corrective bone. Let me just do E. Clear parent. I'll be deleting this so I don't have to name this. I'll just call it temp corrective abs. You like Creek Craft crying to Tung 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 Saurus. Crazy first words. Welcome to the stream, Jogoon. I don't know if you read my comment, but oh yeah, okay, let's see. Search for a guilty gear. XRD bone placement tips for action. Sure. Guilty gear. Okay. Interesting. I will check that out. Off stream. It's 20 minutes long for part 2. Okay. Anyway, so for the corrective bones, the idea essentially is to first find the problem area, right? So this is the problem area that I want to push out. And then this will be the problem fixer, the corrective bones. So we're gonna go from this position to roughly this position, okay? Actually, let's push it in a little bit more, so that it more accurately represents the root, like the stem, like the initial placement of where the problem area is. And then we're going to we're gonna do an empty group so that it creates a new vertex group. There it is, right? Just make sure that it's visible. Okay, good. And then, yeah, all you gotta do really is to push that into, like, you know, roughly where you think you want the like how far out you roughly want the areas to be pushed out, right? And then you're gonna go in, select the bone, select the mesh, go into weight paint, and just paint it out, you know, just paint out the problem areas. That's obviously way too much, right? Let's do like 0.1 first. To just imagine that, but actually let me just undo this first. Okay, let me just undo that real quick. I'm gonna save it so that I could just reopen the file later on. I'm not gonna be saving this. Yeah, just apply some weight to that until the problem areas are fixed, okay? you're gonna want to turn on the normalize as well under your brush, so that it deducts from the other bones, like for this case the spine bone. Right there you go. So that when you're back in the default position, you don't have two values clashing onto one another, potentially creating like an unwanted lump, you know? Gemini generate Naki in a mate outfit. Okay, Maestro. Alright. Ironically, you never liked that AI brain rot, never seemed funny to you. Fair enough. For better bone placement, he can Google what I sent him. The name of the PDF is Guilty Gear X RD Bone Placement Tips for Action. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Sinkhole, exactly. You never understood weight paint. What I'm doing is magic. I see. Well, there you go. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss any messages. Feel free to repeat your messages if I missed it. But okay, I think I'm all caught up. Do you know the song about moonbeam ice cream taking off your blue jeans? Not to my recollection. I don't know why that rings a bell, but no. But yeah, there it is, right? Let's continue to build this up. Make sure you have the bone selected, right? You want to paint on the right bone. But yeah, right now it's kind of caving in areas that is, you know, it's causing some problems. Not very ideal, but it may be kind of cool to consider that as like a possibly like folds, you know, like fat rolls or skin rolls for this dude because it's shredded. So just imagine this, but a little bit more well done, okay? So before it looks like that, and then after it looks like this, okay? And the way you want to drive that is, let's just say you want to activate that with, you want to set this to Euler mode instead of Quaternion, because you don't need all of that action. Just for this particular case, I only intend to you know, rotate this in this axis. In this case, the x-axis, right? Then all you gotta do now is to tell Blender to copy this as a new driver and drive the Y location. So paste, and yeah, right now it's way too much, obviously, right? You could do this in, you know, go about this both in two ways. You could go into the drivers and just lower this down, or you could go into the script and type some stuff out. Type some shit out, which I'm too dumb for. I gotta revisit the video, okay? And you're supposedly able to go into the driver, set this to scripted expressions. Well, there you go. Askar, welcome to the stream. Askar. Can be more cruel if you want with it. AI can pretty much do pretty much everything. I mean, AI can do a lot of things. That is for sure. Peg bending, Benson Boone. I mean, AI truthfully, I mean, truth be told, yeah, it's capable of many things. But in fact, the whole 3D side of AI is already getting pretty scary, right? At this point, if you want to, you could generate a 3D model out of a 2D image, clean that up in Blender, and then 3D print it and sell it, right? You probably cut a lot of that in between. But like I said, you know, I'm not a fan of anything that affects whatever I do, obviously. One can argue that I could implement that, but we'll not go there. You know how I feel about this. But like I said, we want this to drive the why of that, right? Right now it's looking a little funny, but okay, let's just copy that. Oh wait, I didn't mean to. It's fine. I think if I were to erase the weight paint of this, it should snap back to that. Okay. It's fine. Okay, anyway. Back to what I was saying, right? You want the X rotation to affect the Y translation of this bone. So you're gonna just copy that to that. Okay, then like the same thing's gonna happen. It's gonna go out like crazy. Sorry, I meant to rotate this, not this. So let's delete. Let's redo the driver. Let's copy that to that, which you will get this funny result. But you can go in there, edit driver, show in editor. Just drag that way down. Alright, until ideally you would want to recall the exact values that you did the adjustments in. That way you get like the perfect correction results that you've painstakingly, you know, weight painted for, right? Now that you've got that, you can then set a value of where you want this deformation to stop. So let's just say at about 0.35 is where I want this to stop at, right? You could go into the bone constraints and set a limit rotation, and then sorry, not rotation. We're moving the transforms, right? So limit location. So we moved it from, what was the first position? The first position is 0, right? So the minimum obviously would be 0. And we moved the, wait, what was it again? What did we move? The Y location. And you can see that it's caving in. So obviously you want to set this to local space. And then you want to set the maximum to, you know, whatever number you have decided. And you can see that it stops at whichever value you have decided that to begin the weight painting on, right? And then yeah, you just do that to literally any problem areas. Like for instance, the hip bone, right? Well, the hip bone, you can handle that a little bit differently. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to go about handling the hip bones, but you could like duplicate the hip bones and then parent it to the hip, and so that it doesn't get affected by the rotation of this. Should I just give you an example? Nah, you can kind of piece the puzzle together in your head. But okay. Rigging is easy or hard? For me personally, I think it's on the tougher side of things, but I've come to realize that it's more so tedious than hard. It is it is a pretty steep learning curve, but once you get over that, let me just bring the mic closer to me. Once you get past the learning stage, it becomes more so tedious than hard. But for me, it's still hard because I'm still learning a lot of shit, and there's a lot of constraints, parenting, blah 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 that goes on that it's too much for me to handle all at once. But I've already gone through the course, well, most of the course one time. So right now what I'm doing is I'm rewatching certain areas and applying them to my mesh. And I still am struggling a little, but I think that's the way to go about it. It's pretty hard for me, but I think eventually the hard part I'll get over it, and then it'll just become tedious. Like advanced CGI or motion tracking or some shit. You've seen AI take a video of someone and motion track his face and turn it into an orc. Ooh, yeah. I think that's a pretty cool use of AI, motion tracking. Obviously, I'll say that, right? Because I'm biased as an artist. Anything that it's to serve the artist, sure. I can admit that I am biased towards artists, but then again, let's take into account of like, you know. Well, I think AI tools as such, I could be wrong, but I think it should be less harmful than, you know, those of like generative AI. I'm not too I'm not like well versed enough to make like to be exactly sure of that. I could be wrong, but clankers are tools, not replacements. How much the course cost me? I got it on sale during, you know, the Black Friday sale. Let me just take a look. I got it for $72. Yeah, $72. You're a clanker. You're a clanker using human being. Let's put it that way. Give yourself some credit. A clanker using human being. That's it. Yeah, it's a steal, especially on Black Friday. It's a steal for sure. So yeah, let me just delete this. We don't need that anymore. Delete, and let's just make sure that. Yeah, let me just erase that. We don't need this anymore. So just to be sure that it's properly transferring over, I'm going to take a look at the weight paint of the chest area. I'm gonna erase that. I don't think it's properly transferring over. Let me just do this instead. You cannot compute. You might have to pay for that. You do want to learn Blender. It's not that bad of a tool to use. Oh yeah, you absolutely can. If you want to learn Blender, then I suggest you can stick with the free stuff first. Like, there are a lot of great tutorials out there that will get you a long way. And then once you're comfortable enough with the tools to navigate around Blender, then by all means get you a course that is a bit more on the difficult side, like this, like the Art of Effective Rigging, for instance. Or you could, you know, whenever it's on sale, get it then, and then just wait it out. You know, once you feel like you're proficient enough to learn or pick up rigging, go for it. Or maybe you're a fast learner, you can learn rigging right off the bat. By all means, do it. You know. I don't want to use my phone. Start with the free shit, and then when you get the basics down, pay for the advanced stuff. Yeah, exactly. Because you know, down the line you may not even want to do rigging, right? But you know, at this crazy bank. Wait, how do I even phrase this? Bank for a buck. There we go. Holy shit. English. Yeah, when it's on sale, and if it's a steal, maybe buy it in advance. But the thing is, like, I'm not too big on like buying things that you don't need. So yeah, unless you're sure that you really want to get into rigging, you know, just get what you need. Sound like a 6-year-old. You hate using your phone for stuff. Fair enough. Okay. I didn't make like an insane amount of progress today, as in on stream today. But I am very happy with the progress. So. Let's maybe fix up the arm and then call it a day. Let's see. Let me just rotate that and turn off the subdiv. Also, you are a slow learner and you want to make games for the most part. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of great tutorials out there that caters to like a beginner pace. For me, I relied on the donut tutorial. That is like, it's really good for learning the very, very basic tools of Blender. And the thing is, like, you know, if you're not a fan of creating a donut, like you feel like you need to be a little bit more creatively inspired, then there are plenty of other tutorials out there as well to help aid you with learning Blender, right? What you've done to your boy looks like cursed. I'm sorry, it's part of the deal. It's gonna have to look cursed until he doesn't. Donut is okay, yeah. It worked out for me. And it's free. Okay. I'm gonna set that to 1. Yeah, I want the biceps to be completely affected by the upper arm, and then everything else below, I can smooth that out. School of weights. Also, if you don't, if you don't know if you even passed or failed, but tomorrow, a weight's gone. I don't like that alarm. Oh well. Good night, Naki. Good night, chat. His Smurf now. Bye, Maestro. Take care. You have a good eep. Alright. Let's get back at the weight painting stuff. We are almost... No. I was gonna say we're almost done with the arm, but I need to do a bit more. There we go. little bit more of that. And then weight paint. Okay, let's smooth this out, right? Turn up the bones. Okay, let's start with like 0.1. Yeah, that's a little bit much, huh? You have a lot of energy interacting with the chat and modeling, but I can't wait until you tackle the animation. I try. And thanks. I'm pretty excited for the animation as well. That is, I would say, way down the line at this rate. Sadly. But it is happening on stream, for sure. Yeah, the goal here, the hope here, is to become proficient enough at doing this, like you be fast enough at doing this to a point where, you know, creating one character will take very little time. I don't think I've spent this much time on a single character ever. But this character is like the learning character, the character that teaches me a bunch of different skills, you know. No junk today, Augie. Hi Augie, welcome to the stream. Hello. The environment, the background music, exactly. You're gonna have voice acting in this? Yes, there will be voice acting. And I will be handling some of the voice acting. Niche will be handling some of the voice acting, and if I feel that I don't do the characters enough justice, I'll probably find someone to cover some of the stuff. Fracteller! Hello. How are you doing today? Let me just lower that down. Okay. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. I am pretty happy with how this is moving along. Actually, let me show it to you. Let me show you a little something. Look at this. Okay. Look, we now have the option to toggle between shirt, no shirt, gloves. Oops. Okay, the gloves are not rigged right now, so it's... Let me just fix that. Rest position, there we go. And turn off the subdiv. There we go. Alright, look at this. Gloves. No gloves. Gloves, no gloves. Shirt, no shirt. Shirt. Shirt and gloves. Gloves, no shirt. my boy have skeleton and can be naked on command, exactly. Exactly. You finally finished some previous videos for your clients? Ooh, let's go. Gonna send them tomorrow and wait for confirmation. Then starting the animation render. Nice. Nice. No idea what any of that means. Glad this work is finished. Yeah. The pre-visualization. The animation render. Okay. Best of luck with that. Best of luck. What are you so afraid of, Dave? Why are you so scared? But yeah, let's get back at the skinning process. Wait, let me look at the agenda of today. Oh, refine the shirt skinning. Okay. No junk talk, guys. What the heck? No junk was harmed during this stream, guys. Stop it. Interesting. You know what? I kind of like. I think I'd remove the squash here. I like the fact that it's squishing. I like the squish. You know, we're talking about meat here. My boy moves, indeed. You wonder if I'm gonna animate the gloves being taken on and off, or just cut the gloves being taken on and off. Oh yeah, for this particular short film, there won't be like an animation of him taking off his gloves, no. But there will be a scene of him with, and a scene of him without the gloves, which is why I needed to create this toggle. And yeah, the scene of him without his gloves will be the scene of him without his shirt. But he'll still have his pants on. Yeah. It should make sense once it's done. I hope. Okay, let me weight paint. Let me turn off the bones, actually. You're in the way. Bones? No. Wireframe. Do a cut, yeah. Because it seems easier. Well, it's more so. It's more so because it doesn't involve a scene of him removing his gloves. It is two separate scenes of two separate events. And yeah, one of the events is with, you know, him without his shirt and gloves. And basically, to keep it as vague as possible, he wakes up to him wearing gloves. Yeah. But also true, to animate him removing his gloves, that would be objectively difficult. But if it calls for removing his gloves, I would be open to making it work, you know? Okay, let's see. I think it's fine without the corrective bones. Supposedly his biceps are supposed to sort of like roll up, right? There's a story, yes. It's a story. Exactly. Putting on gloves, sim. Not the sim. No sim. Please. I think this looks good for now. You know what? I think I want to move the elbows back a little. And maybe change the roll, actually. Alright, let's see how that looks. You miss out on the lore after a few streams? Oh no. No, there's no lore on the junk, I promise. Because you always wondered about fabrics like shirts, shoes, and even gloves in animations and how hard they were to animate. Right, yeah, there are like different ways to go about handling clothes. Creating clothes simulation is probably the most Wait, why did I move away when I burped? That is, oh my god, I just sinned. But the other way to go about creating clothes is, you know, in a more stylized manner, is doing them something like this with tweaker bones. Yeah, why did I evade the mic? Right, no, I promise, Augie. There's no lore behind the junk. That was kaiju level of burp? Was it that loud? Is it kaiju? Kaiju number 10. It's a new kaiju. Still heard it? Okay, good. Thank goodness. Just without the reverb, unfortunately. Okay, you know what? I think I do want to paint the elbows. Let me just turn off the subdiv. Ultrasonic. Somehow louder than if it had just stayed still. If I just had stayed still, no way. Then maybe that's the new meta. To move away from the mic so that you guys hear it. That's amazing. Let's see, let's do like 0.1. Like it's a little harsh down here. This is coming along quite nicely, but you got a jet. Hope everyone has a good one. Bye, Odyssey. Thank you so much for watching the stream. You have a good one. Yeah, maybe that's the meta, guys. The meta is to move away from the mic so you guys get to hear the burp in its full glory. Bone to pick with you. Subdivide. Okay, that looks. Let's see. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I do, however, want to try moving this a little bit behind. Let's do normal. What? Oh. Okay, median point. There we go. Local X maybe? Local X. What? Is it moving all weird and shit? Individual origins, maybe? And then normal. Median point. Active element. Ah, whatever. Good enough. Okay. Let's see how this bends. Yeah, maybe the corrective bone will... Nah, but it is moving a little bit much. Okay, something like that. Okay, let's see if we could like maybe push the some of the areas here back a little bit. So I'm gonna leave the subdiv turned on for now. Go to weight paint. And to push that back, we'll probably have to reduce the weight. Holy shit, my tummy is grumbling like a crazy kaiju right now. .6. Okay, I think ads just rolled, so I'll take this chance to go pee. Though I do have to end the stream really soon, but I'll go pee real quick. I will be right back. Let me just put him in a fun pose real quick. Let's do a front double buy, if we can even do that. Oh no, that's all kinds of messed up. Oh my god. Yo, what the hell is that? Wait, before I go pee. What is that? Oh, what the? Okay. Okay, I'm just erasing all of the leakage. Okay, good. Okay, now let's put him in a fun pose. Hey Nikita, your live came up on my feed and I thought to just join and tell you you're doing a good job and hope that live treats you well. Thank you, that's very kind of you to drop by and say that. I really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Yo mama and yo crack, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Leakage is such a jucky word, reminds me of ass. Leakage. A yucky word, I'm assuming. But jucky sounds funny. My mama in what? I know. I know. I heard it too. Okay, that is as far as it goes. Without it looking all weird and shit. Because obviously we have to create a subdivision with the forearm so that the bones they twist a little nicer. And you know what? Let me just. I was supposed to go pee. Come on. But let me just fix one last thing before I go pee. Actually, screw it. I'll hold it in. I'm about to end the stream anyway. So I'll just fix this, and then 1 second. I know it's bad to hold in your pee. Keep him hostage. go pee. Nah, it's almost done. I do have to end the stream soon anyway. Burp, burp. Burp, burp. Okay. Okay, can I apply a smooth to just that? Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Yeah, but the arm isn't twisted enough. So, it looks all funny and shit, but okay. I just leave it like that. And that's as far as it goes without it looking weird. Okay, I think we've made a decent amount of progress. Not as much as I'd like to on stream, but I think it's good enough. I'll make sure to record some of the process off stream. I actually did record some of the process off stream, but there's really nothing new to show. Nothing new from the previous stream. So tomorrow we'll yeah, I guess for the last part of the agenda, I'll do it off stream, but it's pretty much the same thing, right, as whatever I've said earlier. So let me just turn on his clothes. Turn on his clothes. That is a funny thing to say. There it is. Obviously, the shirt isn't... Why is it not? Did I not skin the shirt? Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably didn't skin the oh yeah, I haven't done the skinning for the arms just yet. It'll be a very simple process. It'll just be nothing new that we haven't seen, but yeah, just something like that. Okay, but better, right? Not good for a bladder. True. Yeah, I'll just call it now. Let me set this back to default. Actually, this is a pretty fun way to end it. This will make for a good thumbnail, right? Let me just take a look at... Okay, good. Let me just hide this. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it here. Tomorrow we will be continuing the rigging process. I think... Let me think. What are we gonna be doing tomorrow? I'll try to see if I can maybe work on the hair. Maybe that'll be fun. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for the GGs. Thank you for watching the stream. Let me just do my outro. Well, I don't have like an official outro or anything, but let me just pull up Bird TV or Bert V. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Take care. Thank you. Hi and bye. Welcome to the stream. And again, guys, in case you're new here and you're unaware, this is the time. These are the timings that I go live at. Right? Yeah, I go live at these times. Okay, and then we have a Discord. Feel free to join us over there, and you can chat with other artists and whatnot. And if you're wondering what this character is this for a commission? Is this for what is this for, right? This is for a short film that I'm currently working on called Red Feathers, and this person you're looking at right now is the protagonist. He doesn't have his shirt on right now. let me show you him in his final full form, okay? Before I go, right? There it is. This is what it's gonna roughly look like. It's just gonna just imagine this, but with slightly prettier lighting. And yeah, the link that I just thrown in chat was a video explaining the premise of this film. And if you're interested, then feel free to check out the video. If you like it, you want to possibly back the film, consider subscribing to me on Twitch. That would mean a lot. And I'll be back tomorrow at these times to continue the rigging process. About to check my video, loving the character currently. Thank you. So I'll say bye to YouTube first, and then I'll go possibly rate somebody if anyone's wait, Nisha's live today? Oh, it's Wednesday for me, but Tuesday for you guys. Okay. Time zones, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye YouTube. Alright, I'll be live again tomorrow. Bye-bye.